Impact TV wo mi yang tabiriba pumno mapu tenzing program na ikok na khurumjari ngasi Impact TV gi Manipur Rockers asibu yengbiriba pumno pupsu taram na okchari adu ngasi Impact TV gi Manipur Rockers ki anoba tangka gasida akhoina akhanana lokhatchariba band asigi maming na Variation 4 Variation 4 akoigi Sisipur Chuncharpur dagi yamna maming lerba adugumba band amakhakni khoina chachaduna haitare ko moikegi studio das maina puna unaba phangbase akoigi su yamna harauba aduga dombusu yam thagatsari sugumba opportunity amuk pibigidamakta. First of all, before we begin the interview, let us first start by introducing ourselves, right? Yeah. So I know didum khangjare aduga let's begin senior brother here.
Okay. Okay, my name is EP-8 and I played bass for the Variation 4.
And I'm Jenny Thomte, and I'm the lead vocalist.
All right, so my name is Donald, or you can call me Donnie. I'm the lead guitarist of Variation 4.
I'm David Dixit, and I'm the drummer.
Okay.
I am Swanat, and I play keys.
The keyboardist. Okay, let's begin with Variation 4, the name. So we have 5 members here.
Yep.
Right. So what is the real reason behind the name, like Variation 4?
So we sort of went through a lot of things while naming the band. We initially started with Variation 4 because we had 4 members initially without a keyboardist.
Okay.
But then again, we thought, okay, we're going to need a keyboardist if we're going to play songs like these. We want to sound cool. So we went on and took a keyboardist in, and we eventually figured out that, hey, Variation 4 is actually the 4 genres of music we play. So let's go with that instead. So we thought of it like that. And we have been playing our musical genres. So it's been blues, alternate rock, a little bit of neo-funk, and R&B music. So that's why we have Variation 4 for the 4 genres.
Before we knew the real meaning behind the Variation 4, but after the keyboardist entered the band, he didn't say that now I'm here, we should be Variation 5. Like Swanland would say that or no?
We definitely had that sort of discussions. But then we're like, but Variation 4 has a ring to the name in it.
Yeah,
it has a ring to its name in it. So we were like, okay.
Cool. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, the genre is 4 genres. Let's go with that.
Nice. Ask from my brother Mon here. So how did the band form and when did it form?
Actually, we all individual have our own profession. Like he played the drum for the other bands also. And Dalsang, when he come back from this Bangalore, we like his type of music genre. Okay, and then he called us together to play some jam together. And then when we played together, we like the kind of genre we played. We never played that kind of genre before in Chuchanpur. We used to play like local songs and rock and roll type, no? But after playing with him, I really like the genre we play together with him. So we are planning to form a band together. And then he as he said, he has come up with a Variation 4 band. And after that, we...
Donina mayamse plap khomjin batare ne ko.
So yeah, manam baloi konaraga ko.
Okay. You're the main person behind forming the band.
Yeah, it's me and our vocalist, I'd say, because we were we were sitting in the room, we're like, hey, you know what would be cool? Let's make a band and just to jam out songs that we want to jam. And it went on, and we're like, okay, now this can be something. So it went on like that.
Great. Otherwise, I'll come to Jenny now. So, how long has it been you've been singing? Like, have you been through some formal courses for singing, or it was like you have the talent? It was born gifted, right? But did you go through any formal training, any courses?
Actually, not at all. I must say it's a gifted talent.
Yeah, right.
I started singing back in 2012, if I'm not wrong. When I was in a church member, I used to sing choir for the churches.
Most of the singers, like we know that they started from the church choirs, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that's going to be a very great journey for you too. I hope so. And since you have already have so much of achievements, like you can just mention it, right?
Tribal
Euphonia and
2017 and Northeast Idol India 2017.
So how was the competition? What was your experience?
Well, it was tough. There are sometimes I cried a lot. Sometimes, competitors. I I lack lots of I lack lots of vocal skills since they have been trained from their young ages, but I haven't trained since I was a child, so I have been suffering a lot. By the grace of God, I just won. I just won the shows.
It's not easy to get into the top positions of that. That shows how much of hard work she has put into herself alone, right? So that's great. Congratulations once again.
I remember when it was my morning. And there was something so special about that day.
Okay, then Donnie, what about you?
Okay, I want to play guitar because I see this guy playing the guitar on YouTube, and I'm like, if I do this, I can impress the girls in my high school. It started with those very small reasons. It went on, and it became a hobby. Then it became another lifestyle to me after that.
Nice. So what about impressing the girls? Did you succeed or
Never have I ever succeeded.
I would like to say that there are lots of drummers struggle a lot, like in my experience, and from Manipur rockers also, right? The drummers, most of them, like, it's not easy to get a drum inside the room or inside the house and practice, right? So those kind of struggles. So just want to hear your story.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I thought it would be cool to play the drums. So I started off like setting up those moras and chairs and all, and like hitting some spoons, putting inside the socks and all. I used it for like the hi-hats. And then after that, I went to Delhi in 2009. Then I got my first kit, drum kit, Apex.
In Delhi, when you were in Delhi.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Delhi. Yeah, that's when I began playing seriously. Like,
So did you learn from anyone?
to be honest, I'm a self-taught.
Okay, nice. Like most of you are, like, I think, self-taught, right? Yeah. How was your journey? How did you start being a keyboardist?
Now I think I may have subconsciously played to impress girls, but initially, yeah, I also started playing at church probably six years now. Even now as well, I'm still playing at church every Sunday. So I'm a church pianist and also playing
For the band.
these guys as well. So.
Brahman, I've heard that you have had lots of experience of being a bassist, right? So, like, there's a little bit of difference in the time also. Like during our brother months, it's like, how was it? How was the journey? And then were there any supports from the family? And how was your response? All those things.
Actually, I have started this music journey by singing first. After that,
By singing first.
Singing first, yeah.
Oh, nice.
After that, I interested in playing music. Also, my brother, the twins brother, he used to play lead for the band when we was a little kid. So I played bass. From that time onward, I stick with the bass guitar. And yeah, I have played after such a long journey. I have played with Lou Mojo and all when he comes here in Pal also. And I've played for Elizabeth Zodinpui, a singer from Mizoram. And then I have played for some famous singer around the town. And after that, I made a studio also for myself. Not only playing bass, but the main passion I had was playing bass. But the real journey comes when I see Lal Sang and when we are together.
Lal Sang is like Donnie.
Donnie, so yeah, that's
yeah.
my party.
When we are together with Donald, the real journey comes.
Nice.
I enjoy the music I play when I play with him.
That the kickoff, the main kickoff started after meeting Donnie and forming the band, right? like you guys have performed in a lot of places around Manipur also right now. So most of the gigs and all, like I can see the versions 4 are also there. Mainly Shirok, right?
Yeah.
So how was Shirok?
Oh, Shirok was a big ride for us. So we had a lot of challenges coming to Shirok, because when we came, we had a small riot happening in Chuchanpur, where the roads were blocked, or people were, let's say, damaging cars that went through the roadblocks. So we were lucky to not only come through safely to Shirok, but also to have like none of our cars get damaged by the people who were blocking the roads. That was one big thing. And then we had another thing where, let's say our drummer, he had a spinal problem back then. So he was having a hard time playing the drums, but he's like, no, I can do it. So we were like, okay.
The spirit of
Yeah,
the
the
band,
spirit of that. We were major respect to him for that.
Nice.
So we went on, then we came for the competition, sound checked, had the competition, I guess.
Yeah.
And
there was a big achievement.
oh yeah, best guitarist.
Yeah, best guitarist. Like, let's give a big hand again for Donny, right? Best guitarist. Here again from Brother David. So, what about you? What challenges you faced in Shirok? And this time the Shirok was like real crowded.
Yeah.
So, a little bit more.
Yeah, it was my first time playing such a big stage, and I was a little nervous. Not a little.
A lot.
And did you meet with all the other bands and did you
Yeah,
interact?
Yeah, we stay in the same room with GMP and some other bands.
N2BK.
N2BK.
Yeah, yeah.
Jenny, like being a female vocalist, right? It's rare to be a female vocalist among like all the other bands that's coming up from all the other states. Also, even inside the states, also like there's not much of a female vocalist in the band that we can see. So, what struggles do you face as a female vocalist?
I'm very lucky since my family understand what I'm doing, actually, because this is my earning bread, so they understand what I'm doing. But the thing is that what I'm struggling is we have gigs several places, and sometimes in some gigs we usually finish around 11-12 a.m. in the morning. That's what I'm struggling.
Yeah, the timing, right?
Yeah, the timing. Yeah.
So, do any of your family travel together, or just like they trust with the band and then you guys travel?
Trust with the band.
Yeah.
You're all my brothers.
Yeah, that's right.
Trusted
I
brothers.
can also see
Yeah.
that how you guys are attached also, right? Being from Chuchanpur, and there are a lot of other bands from around the hill district who is really trying very hard and also succeeding in making a name in the state. So, how is your support from Chuchanpur to your band, to Variation 4? How is the support from them? And what are the visions you see as a band in the future for Manipur?
So regarding support, when we started out, wasn't much, because let's say everyone knew about all of us individually, but they never knew of us as a band thing. So it was more like, hey, we have a concert, can you come on your own and play and sing? It was never like, can you get your band and play? But later on, after Shirok, it started becoming a thing where, like, hey, we know you now, we know you have a band, can you bring your band and play here now? So since then, the support has been amazing. Everyone has been super supportive. It's gotten to the point where sometimes we have, I don't know, like crazy dancers in the front of the stages.
That happens in all the concerts.
TikTok, then basically, regarding visions for the future in terms of the music scene we have, I feel like there's a lot of doors that we can open in regards to, like, let's say, having more people listen to really cool genres of music. Like, not in terms of, like, let's say, the old rock, no offense to that, and I hugely respect, because I've played that for a long time as well. But I feel like a lot of people can definitely develop a hearing for a new genres of music if given the chance, for more bigger bands, let's say, for more bands to play more genres of music in gigs. especially in terms of like let's say jazz for some. You hear jazz, it's just like, oh, what is that? For sure, right? For the first time, you're gonna say that, but later on, if you listen to jazz live on a gig, it's a totally different feeling because people will be listening to that, and you're like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, then it goes on and like, oh wow, and it keeps changing. The move, let's say the mood you have keeps changing when you listen to jazz music.
Right.
So eventually, it's nice to. Let's say it's a vision for us to slowly develop a listening for, let's say, jazz music and mix it up with all pop music and funk music for, let's say, for Manipur's music scene at the moment for Variation 4. I think that's a very big goal that we have in mind at the moment.
And also it's a very big thing for Manipur also, like such ideas coming out from you people, like being from Manipur, and also you're going to represent Manipur someday in outside states also. So like you're going to give
That's the biggest dream.
Yeah, new taste to other audience also, because being Northeast being such a mainstream for rock bands in India, right? So coming like taking the idea from Donnie, I would like to come to Brother Mohan here. What is your biggest, like, what was your biggest inspiration? Let's say from Manipur, what bands inspired the most? Like, which bands do you look up to, or which artists particularly?
Yeah, let me say I'm the oldest among. So I've played music for a long time, and when I was really interested in music, I like those. I used to hear those Phoenix guys and
Phoenix,
Don
yes.
Gohao and all. They were my idol. Okay, for Manipur, yeah.
Those days.
And those days, yeah. So after that, so many bands were comes and goes, like the Wishes. They were so famous. Till now, they were so good. And now I think at present I like One BH.
Yeah, One BHK.
One BHK, yeah, they were good. Yeah.
Nice. And what about Jenny here? Like from Manipur, which one do you like? Which band or which artist or whichever, like, who do you select?
I like what is that? Not funny. Not funny. Is that
Not funny.
not funny,
There's a
right?
band called
There's a
Not funny. Not funny.
Okay,
Not
they're
funny
serious.
band.
No, that one. And what about vocalist?
Vocalist. I must say Alamle,
Alumni.
because she has a very
Like alumni is from like
voice.
Mao.
Senapati.
Yeah, Mao.
She's
Senapati,
really
right?
good.
Yeah. Okay, nice. I've heard her. Yeah, she's good. So what about Johnny? Who would you select?
Me personally, let's say regarding bands from if we limit the bands from Manipur, I honestly look forward to Oral Paradox's performances sometimes because
No paradox.
I sort of like the genre of music they're playing. It's sort of like I don't know, it just feels new to me, and it's like oh wow, these guys are playing pretty cool and on and on, and then the performance of the vocalist, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I really like them a lot. So
Okay. What about David?
I'd say Dark Crusader.
Dark Crusader. So you all have different choices. Dark Crusader. Okay.
90s.
Sanlal.
I really like GNP, the symphonic orchestra. You know, that's like right up my alley. So that is something that I really enjoy.
Nice. Like all these different tastes comes together, creating a new idea. That's nice to just get to know you all. And I think mostly with Donnie, it's about the vibe. And then a new, like the genre, which kind of he's in search of new genres, new kind of music taste, I guess, right? So I would like to ask that whenever you come up with an idea of creating a new song, like who is the first one to come up with that idea, and like who just puts in the most effort in that creating the new song, and like anything about it. It'll be maybe about the lyrics or the composing of the new song.
Obviously, Donnie, yeah. Donnie
Dhoni and
Donnie's-
Swanlal,
Dhoni
the
started-
keys and guitarist, obviously the drummer as well.
Okay,
he
three of them.
composed the music, the
And-
guitar formation, and then how the key will be going, and then the genre and everything. He started first. After that, we put on the lyrics and then the tune after that, and then combined with the drums, the bass, and all together. No, but the beginning at first he started everything.
Starts everything. How often do you guys get time to practice or jam together?
That's a big question. So
Yeah.
we generally, like, let's say when we have a goal in mind, we try to push in, let's say, a jam at least once in 2 days, at least, as much as possible. But then again, there's the budget thing that we have, the jam room budgets. So we try to kind of jam as much as we can via acoustic and make the songs that we need to make. So when we have a concert, we make sure to jam at least, let's say, 5 times before the concert. So that would be, let's say, split into every 2 days. Yeah, 2 hours each.
Till now, you guys have not really started to have like your own jamming room, right?
No,
So
that hasn't started.
Yeah.
That
So
we
that's
are
one.
planning, yeah.
Yeah,
That is
that's
the
one
next
goal. Like you guys should achieve, and I hope you achieve. Because
you so much, yeah.
that's the biggest place of creating your own new music and your goals, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we come to the next part, I think we should hear a song from Jenny, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Like a rhythm you wear, as good as the words that is taken deep to my heart. I will always follow you like the shadow that is by your side, by your side. My heart knows something's wrong, but I do still have on. Somehow I try to be strong, 'cause I love you and love is just one game of love. Not with my broken heart, but my future lies for us being apart. My love was in a lie. Tell me where I've gone wrong. I've gone wrong. It's true, I've never been perfect, but I thought you told me it's alright. Baby, you can go kiss the world where the sun shines on you. Even dark, you need a shelter. I'll keep the door open down. My love was a lie. Tell me where I've gone wrong. I've gone wrong. It's true, I've never been perfect, but I thought you told me it's alright. It's alright.
Wow.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
fazaba isai amaka hojik Jenny dagi ju tabigre aduga khonjel se tongale ko yamna su tongale aduga you work on yourself like to come up to this level, like we can see how is the future, and that was really a great song. Thank you so much for treating us with that, first of all.
Thank you so much.
And I can see now that all of the things you have Donald has said about creating a new vibe and then a new genre and all the mixes of those genres, right? So
4
that really,
genres.
that really came up with that song, and I think this is going to be hit. Now, when I say this, like you guys are getting ready for releasing,
Yes. So
right?
This.
we are getting ready for releasing this song right now
This
that we
song.
just played in acoustic. It's gonna be a full band thing. We have a motion video coming up. We're recording this Sunday, and it'll be coming up probably by at least, definitely by next week. So look out for the motion videos.
Okay, so let's talk about the black connections right now. So then, how has that helped you to come up to this level right now that you guys have really made your name, and also after releasing the motion video, I think everyone will be after you guys. I think so.
Thanks for the compliment.
So what is the connection with them?
So with Black Connection, we have a good connection. So basically, the Black Connections owner, our manager as well, Da Allen. So basically, before Shirok, I got a call from him telling, hey, Shirok just announced it's going to be happening. It's just got announced and all. And we're like, oh, it's happening. All right, let's get ready for that. So we got ready. We came for the competition. We won the best guitar. I won the best guitarist, and thankfully with my bandmates. And basically after that, I'm like, hey, Dylan, can you manage us? Because we are in dire need of a manager. Otherwise, at some point after every gig, it's like, where's the money? How much? Okay, how much am I gonna get paid? And I'm like, oh no. It's like, you know, like
Right.
I have to make sure my bandmates are happy as well, and I have to make sure I also am happy at the same time. So the money side of music, I'd say we are very bad at that. So thankfully we have our manager Dylan through
Who's
Black
very
Most
smart.
bands should have that also. Like
Yeah.
the manager will mostly like manage all the other stuffs other than just the performance, right? You guys cannot do the both things.
Exactly.
together.
So because of Black Connections, through our manager Dylan, we don't have to worry about any of those minor details anymore, and we only get to worry about the music that we're making. So that has been a huge, let's say, load off on our shoulders. And at the same time, it's been giving us the freedom to make a lot of music that we wanted to make.
Taking away all the other hectics of been performing like most of in Imphal and other places also, like most of the rock performances and events that is right now taking place, like it's very common right now, right? So it's mostly in every month, I think there is at least one event also. So when you meet other bands, like what do you think about yourself? Like, do the other bands really give you a tough competition, or do you feel any insecurity in you? How's that feeling?
I guess I feel like that's
don't
always.
have at all.
So you don't have at all.
Well, I don't, well, for sure, but in my case, sometimes you have that tiny thing in subconsciously that sometimes happens. That's for sure. But more than that, it's more of looking forward to seeing them perform.
Yeah.
And after you see them perform, it's like, oh my God, these guys are amazing. I can't wait to be there as well. You know,
No,
that kind of feeling.
Nice.
And you're like, oh my God, this is such an honor to share the stage with these amazing people. It's always been that sort of vibe that I have, we have in general as well. And we're like, after every gig, we'd go home and we're like, damn, this band was amazing. Did you see this band? Did you see that band? We'd all have these long conversations about that. And I'd say looking regarding when we go for gigs and seeing looking at let's say meeting other artists, we mostly look forward to making connections, to meet them and on, because in future you never know when you might want their elements in your new song to collaborate with. So you want you want to collaborate with new artists a lot of the times, right? When you have a new song in the making. So things like that, I'm like, potentially this guy's gonna be in my next song. This kind of these
That
kind
should
of
happen, I
process,
think.
yeah.
That should.
It's like crazy sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get what's in my head at night, and I'm feeling a little peculiar. It's like waking in the morning and I step outside and I'll take it home and it gets real high at night. Still on top of my lungs, what's going on?
Bands should come up creating more music because the main purpose of creating the band is the music and giving the audience a new taste, right?
Yeah.
So Brother Mon, being from Chuchampur, what do you guys face any difficulties being from there, like from like the mainstream, the main events are mostly in Imphal and other these places, right? So the traveling and all that, being from Chuchampur, like for the what problems do you face?
Actually, problem was that the transportation, and as we discussed, the money and everything. It was too less when we compare to that time we spent, the jamming hour, and then all the effort we give. We have got less amount of money when we played around here in Palo also. But it's because that this is our hobby and we have it in our blood, that the music things. So we love to play and we like to sing with our band, and that's the spirit that guys still here. Yeah.
Okay, well, mostly do you guys hold up in Imphal when there are events, or you just go back there?
We just went back.
We
You
just
just
go
go
back
back.
in the night.
Okay, so that's also a like little risky thing, right? At night and going on. So what about the recognition? like most of the recognition goes to the people from around Imphal and other like who are singing Manipuri songs, right? So what about that? Do you feel any like insecurities about that, and how do you guys are going through with that?
So with that, we don't really have insecurities to say, because it's normal everywhere. Like you know, like normal that everywhere you go, people are gonna prefer songs from the local language as well. That's for sure. If we come to Manipur, Manipuri songs for sure. If you're in Chuchanpur, our local language Paite songs and all for sure. So everyone wants their taste of that local scene. So we've been thinking of making maybe a mixed language song as well. We've been having that in our mindset.
Very nice.
So let's see about that, hopefully for the future. I can't reveal too many details, but
So what about Paite songs? Do you have any Paite original songs? We have.
no.
As a band, we don't have yet,
okay.
but we are planning for that. But me personally, I have one, but I think we'll do with that with the band.
So yeah,
okay.
basically our bassist man, he basically makes a lot of local IME songs. He's a veteran singer locally in Chuchanpur. So
I think
everyone
we should have
knows
an
him.
opportunity to just hear a little bit of that Paite song for our viewers of Impact TV also, right? Can you give a little bit of like taste of that?
By the song.
Yeah.
This is actually a love song.
Hong kia in van pi hong ging ang la ya ka pom ka it ngai yo tu va zu in van pi ging la win ang la ya na pom hon ka na ya sing down the bell song van piging night oh lie I'll leave the bell song to voilà theo lâu lai hầm bằng vai ako
It has a lot of feelings. I think it came from the heart. We can feel it. And even if I don't understand the language, I can feel it. So that was really nice. Thank you so much for that, Brother. All of you are like multi-talented, right? We hear like Brother Mon's voice is also awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. So what are the future projects? I'm really eager to know now.
So just to shine a small dim light on the whole plan we have in the meantime. So we're planning to make a full, let's say, to make a full 30-minute set with original songs, so that when we come for gigs, we'll have original songs to play for people to listen to. That's number one. Then we have the mixed language songs that we are planning to make. I think, and our motion video, obviously, that is the closest goal we have right now. But the rest of the goals at the moment, it's sort of like we've kept a deadline till at least the end of next month for now.
Nice.
So to push ourselves a bit more, basically. Otherwise, it's like, I'll do it tomorrow. That kind of procrastinations happen.
Yeah.
So for now, we've kept a deadline. I think that much should be enough.
Yeah. Okay. Now after the 30 minutes is released, I think the Black Connections hopefully organizes a concert, mainly for Variation 4, right? And then hopefully I'm invited also, because I can't wait to hear what songs you come up with, because you guys are so talented. I wish you all a very, very bright future, and right, and I wish you all to get your own, the entire Northeast and the country also, because you guys have got that potential. And thank you so much for giving us Impact TV an opportunity to meet you all.
Thank you so much for this from Variation 4 as well. We are super happy to be a part of this.
Musigi oina Manipur Rockers matang sida losinjare mathangi Manipur Rockers ke episode ta no band amaga loinana amuk mayam da thengnanjaduna amuk mayam punna khangminasi ngasigi oina di Impact TV na langthokjaba Manipur Rockers matang sida losinjare tenzing programamna amuk hanna kongnona khurumjare.
Oh, I remember when I lost my mind. And there was something so special about that day. Even your motion had an echo, so much space. And when you're out there without a care, you was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't knew I know. No, I just knew too much.